What's good? You rocking with your boy Czarr, all rights reserved, coming to you another day with another classic. We finna turn up. Hit that like button. Shout to Cardi B saying stop playing with me to the shade room. Matter of fact, you said stop effing playing with me to the shade room. She's getting Czarr's energy as well, trying to use it against the shade room. I caught that you were saying it, and you said it the number of times I did. You don't have to give me the credit, Cardi, but come on. I know you guys watch. Stop playing with me. Now, here's what we got to talk about. I told you some of you are going to feel some type of way about what I'm about to say. Some of you aren't going to understand. Some of you will. But I do have autopsy and toxicology reports. Yes, I did receive information that is official and is credible, does have credible names on it, that is not the fake stuff that you guys seen before. So I do have information that has suggested that Tentacion is deceased. Now, this does not halt anything because we're talking about different influences and different aspects of the case. But as far as the toxicology and autopsy, yes, they stopped playing with Czarr. They stopped playing with me. And through my source was able to link me up with the information to show there was an autopsy and a toxicology done. Now, let's say I'm encouraged to not yet go into detail what it is I saw and different things, because I want you guys to think about it. What do you think? Do you believe it was possible that there was substance in his system? Do you believe that's a possibility? That's a question I'm posing to you guys. And if so, what substances do you think there were, if there was a substance or substances in his system? I also want to say that, yes, it is clarified that through this documentation I have seen through a credible source, he is gone. He is no longer here. That's what this paperwork suggests. So I can verify that to be the case. Everybody can still be objective and say they believe that something's wrong or something's wrong, but through official paperwork I have seen, it does show an autopsy and toxicology was done, and it does show that the superstar is no longer here with us. Now, part of why I mentioned that, how I did, was to say this. Do you believe, with the way the case is unfolding and the amount of people that is involved, that we will see some sort of further copycat nature? Because I do have a commenter, and you can post it below, that has showed me documentation that led to someone else who was playing a game that sounded like him, voiced like him, did things like him, was very synonymous to the character and different things he presents to any platform. And honestly, I agree with you, commenter who did that. Put your name below. You know, I just thought of it and what you said, that this person's voice that was doing gaming sounded more like him than any of the copycats. I was in shock. I'm like, really? Again? But this one really sounded like him. So, you know, and they were very emotional about different things they were doing, so it didn't even sound like they were trying. It was effortless. But then again, vocals and things can be synonymous. They may not be on point to a person, but there's different pitches in a person's voice that can mimic others, but then it could break out a character in and out. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts regarding the alive part. But until this part, I can no longer debate with you whether he's alive until there's solid proof to show that life is within him and he is here, versus the documentation I've seen to officially show through autopsy and toxicology he is deceased. Yes, I can verify that. I know that's something major that people wanted to see, they wanted to know. That's what the case is. And here's the thing, you're going to have a lot of hatred with people who rather that be the end, who rather see something like that be the conclusion, the end all be all to what we know to be the character. But that is not the case in reality because of the situations that are going on. We know that cannot be the case. Matter of fact, we know that now that I know that's the case and the things that I've seen reading the report, more questions come up. Yes, that's how this works here, critical thinking. More questions come up. So then again, we have to get back to it. I've seen it that an autopsy was performed. I've seen that a toxicology was performed, but was gunshot how he allegedly has died, as we've seen the police reports first state. Is the case that took his life, or was there another means that took him out? That's what we're questioning, and that's the wonderment. And off of the toxicology I seen, could a commenter such as TheCzarr, shout to the UK, have been correct in his presumption that there was a means to an end that occurred that was not related to what the police report told us? And could that be a reason why an investigator was arrested at that point in time? Could that have been a reason that this investigator was pulled into it? Now, see, it would have been cool if they were bumping music, but they were bumping the car screech. I couldn't bob my head to that. I'm just like, what's going on? Yo, that was crazy. I know things happen, but come on, at least bump music over that. I don't care if y'all were playing classical music. If you were playing some type of Spanish music, you were playing Asian music, you gotta bump something. What you doing? Bump it over the screech. If ever your car screeches like that, just bump the music over the screech. You don't hear it and I don't hear it. That way we both win. Now, here's what I'm saying though. On a serious note, if we're going to examine and co-sign the fact that this is the nature of his living status, this leads us to believe that someone did commit part of the tragedy, that someone did something. That's all we can say. Because if he's no longer here and what I'm reading is correct on these documents, someone did something. And with this being the case, who do you think was implicated? Let alone, you know, I heard someone say that there was only one witness that they had seen. And earlier, that was the point. Allegedly, I don't know who's the witnesses, but I'm being told allegedly that I can't count them all on one hand. That is a fact. That is what I've been informed. Now, is it true or not? That's another subject. But I've been informed that I can't count all the witnesses on one hand, which means there was a ton of witnesses, which would make sense if you remember, because we were told there were many, many people that were there at that time. You know, we were told that there was a large sum of people that was at that place, that the number of people there exceeded the thoughts of what everyone else had presumed. And that's what the importance is right now. The who's, the where's, and why is going to develop as the story develops. But as we're looking into the details, exactly the nature of his cause of death and his system test and the affiliates directly involved are going to be the three main factors that stand united to prove a point of something that actually could have been and things that could have been questionable. But that's my thing ultimately. When things are questionable, hold on. I'm trying to hear what they're bumping. I can't really tell what they're bumping. Okay. I don't know if y'all know who that is. I don't know who that was playing. I don't know what that was bumping in the whip. So, you know, that's my thing. We have to figure out exactly what the nature of understanding is as we examine this case in its totality. Now, here's what my issues going forward as well is. Yes, there's lots of media being released. Yes, there's lots of people talking about this and that, releasing a bunch of videos and stuff just for viewership. That's not what I do. I bring you guys no filler. You hear my voice on every video. Has there ever been a voice I just turned it on, let it play someone else's voice? Nah, because I bring value to my channel. And my value isn't just, hey, come by and look at this. My value is greater than that. So show respect to the movement, especially with the apparel I have coming. And if you're a sponsor, hop in the DMs now. I'm telling you, I work this foundation. I work things to a point of greatness and growth. And things are about to take off for real, for real. Like not just YouTube wise and connection wise. That was the first step. But the next step is going to be sponsorships that are larger than anything most people have seen because of the type of people I'm going to begin to network with through my meetings and connections and just getting to know others. So I'm telling you, if you're a sponsor, you know where to go. Twitter, @capital ALL, capital CZARR. That's where you're supposed to go to. That's where you got to go through and connect with me and send me what you got. Send me your documents. Send me what your sponsorships likes. I'm looking at some other things right now, and it's about to be big, especially with the apparel I have coming through my channel and through many different ventures I have going. But to reiterate it to those that may have not caught it and that stuck around and they're still in shock, I have documentation that has suggested that Tentacion is deceased, that he is not alive at all. So I wanted to clarify that so that you guys understand that that's where we're at with that now. If you have any documentation that suggests otherwise, I'll gladly see it and look at it. But I have official reports that show otherwise. And with signatures, credible doctors, official obituary morticians, like it's not a joking documentation. So I just wanted to put that out there so you guys didn't think I was slighting you on any type of knowledge regarding that. That is the news for today. So it is what it is. You know, we're going to start off large tomorrow, asking the more critical questions, getting a little bit more into understanding the fact that there's more than one witness that we've seen earlier, and that there's more of a situation that we're facing here with evidence being released, and how this all fits into the play of internal affairs investigation on all of the factors that led to this superstar's death. Again, Cardi B, I heard you saying stop effing playing. I never heard you guys try and talk like that. I get that you may be using terminology. You guys watch in silence. And I normally don't call y'all out, but come on. This happened. Like, how long has it been playing? Plus my last video where I really turned up with it. And now you're doing it. Like, come on. Can I get credit here? Are you just going, y'all just going to do me like that? Y'all going to take sayings and stuff to turn up on social media at that and not give any credit to where y'all guys might have heard it? Come on now. Can we get some respect over here? All the work we're putting in, don't do that. Stop playing with me. And that's how you say it. It's not stop effing playing with me. Like, I get you did your thing, but no, it's stop playing with me. All rights reserved.